good, YouTube? Quinn Wade. Coming to you with that instant playoff basketball analysis on the Analysis Playground on YouTube, exclusively on there forever. Let's talk about them Celtics and how they got to win 108 to 100 against the Philadelphia 76ers. The Celtics won the first quarter 29 to 24, the second quarter 25 to 23, the third quarter 27 to 25, and then the Celtics was able to close out the fourth quarter 29 to 26. They only won the fourth by 3, but we'll take it because it was a victory. Jason Tatum hit the dagger 3 and just made big shots in this game. Shot it way better in this one, and that's what we're going to need him to continue to do if we're going to win games in any series in the playoffs, including this one. 42 minutes, 25 points. He went 9 of 17 from the field, 5 of 9 from 3, 2 of 3 from the free throw line. He did have 4 rebounds. He also had 7 assists. That ended up being the most on the team, and he's been doing a really good job of finding guys rolling or even passing to shooters. He just got good court awareness, and it's just how he's slowing down and just trying to make the right decision, whether that's scoring or not. He had 1 turnover, 1 steal, 1 personal foul, and was a +2 and plus minus. Sam Hauser played 18 minutes. He shot better because he went 2 of 2 from 3. He didn't take too many shots in this one. He missed all of his 2-pointers, so he finished 2 of 4 from the field. But you had to like the fact that he kept providing space and kept moving without the ball to be a threat on the court. 3 rebounds, no turnovers, 1 offensive rebound, 1 personal foul, was a -6 and plus minus. Kata did get the start, but he only played 13 minutes. He did get 6 points and made all of his free throws, going 4 of 4 from the free throw line, and had made his only shot from the field as well. He was still trying to go straight at guys and see if they were going to try to block it or stop it, and he went up with aggression, and it worked out for him. He did have 7 rebounds, though, and that was game high for the Celtics. He also had 3 turnovers, 1 steal, and 2 blocks. And you have to like the fact that he did those things as well. 4 personal fouls, 2 offensive boards, a -2 and plus minus for him. Derek White couldn't make a shot again, made it harder for the Celtics to be able to win this one. And he didn't have bad looks. It just wasn't dropping for him. He had 11 points. He went 3 of 12 from the field, but went 1 of 8 from 3. And we're getting good looks and you're open and you're just not nailing them. It can turn into transition and just give you even more problems besides just not being able to make it. He went 4 of 4 from the free throw line, 3 of 12 from the field with 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 turnovers, and a steal. He also had 3 blocks. You know he's going to play hard. You know he's going to give it his all. And the best thing about that was he had no personal fouls in those 34 minutes. So you have to like that. 2 offensive rebounds and a -6 and plus minus. Jaylen Brown, 40 minutes, 25 points. That was tied with Jason Tatum for the most points in the game for the Celtics. But he went 9 of 16 from the field, and he was giving you the mid. He was giving you a 3-point shot that he made and missed, and he was getting to the free throw line. So Jaylen Brown understands how he's going to play, what he's going to get, and he's going to try to find a way to play at a high level on both ends of the court to the best of his ability. And tonight, he might didn't make the best decisions sometimes, but he scored some really good looks. And even the ones he might settled on, he was able to make a couple of those too. 6 turnovers, 4 assists, 7 rebounds for him. That was tied with Kata for the most on the team. He also had 1 steal and 3 blocks. Like I say, he's a competitor. You got to really play hard or go at him the right way for him to bite on it. And if he might bite on it, he can still try to get a steal or a block on you, which happened a lot throughout this one. But 3 offensive rebounds, 3 personal fouls, and a +13 and plus minus. Vucevic was really helpful. He went 4 of 10 from the field. I know that ain't the craziest percentage, but it also helped because he scored at the right times. And then he went 3 of 9 from 3. You have to provide spacing in size. And he gave you a little bit of rim protection too, and that's what you want from him. And he was able to do it. 6 rebounds, 4 assists. He did have 4 turnovers, trying to make too many plays that he wasn't sure of doing at times. And then he had 3 blocks, and then he had 5 personal fouls. You want him on the court, you want him out there, but he is a little slow-footed. He is a little bit, not with the best intensity sometimes. And that has always been his problem throughout his career, is being a rim protector and being a guy that you can attack if you're athletic. He had one offensive board, was a +7 and plus minus. Luka Garza made a three, then missed the other one, and then he finished 1 of 3 from the field. But he still gave you 2 boards, 1 assist, no turnovers, one offensive rebound, one personal foul, was a +1 and plus minus. Just got like his effort. He didn't play a lot of minutes. Like I said, he played 4, so he wasn't going to be able to do much anyway. And then Peyton Pritchard, he's a guy that we rely on a lot. If he plays well, he shoots well, and sometimes make good plays, he can be a high impact player, and that's what we need him to be in this series. And he did it tonight. He went 5 of 12 from the field. He missed all of his 2 pointers, but he also missed 5 threes. But he also made 5 threes. Finished 5 of 12 from the field, 5 of 10 from three, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 turnover, 2 offensive rebounds, 2 personal fouls, and was a +18 in plus minus. Baylor Shireman, 12 minutes. He had 6 points. He ended up making the wide open looks. He also missed 2 of them as well, but you're just happy that he made half of them. 2 of 4 from 3 was all his field goals. He had 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 steals. Active hands is always a blessing to have, even if you might be outmatched. He did have 2 offensive rebounds, 1 personal foul, was a -5 and plus minus. Jordan Walsh, 13 minutes. He went 0 of 2 from the field. He missed his only 3. He had 5 rebounds, no turnovers, 1 offensive rebound, 1 personal foul, and was a +18 and plus minus. And I'm proud of my Celtics. They moved the ball well. They was able to make some tough ones. They missed some open ones. They knocked down their threes. They shot more free throws, and they was able to match what Philly was doing. The problem is Philly played really well for a team that a lot of people think the Celtics are way better than. And for them to only be losing by 8 and only lose the fourth quarter by 3, they gave it all they could. They just fell a little short, and shot making can be that way. Although they did stay close as much as they could, they just ran out of time in this one, and they just came up a little short because of the fact that the Celtics was able to make just bigger ones. And it can just be that simple. Paul George, 41 minutes, 18 points. He went 7 of 14 from the field, 4 of 7 from 3. He did a good job of attacking, using his handles to get to other spots on the court, not settling just for the jumpers. And he did that throughout the entire game. He did have 5 assists. He is a guy that can handle the ball and make plays. He had to do that because guys was trying to slow him down and stop him. And then you always got to have to look out for somebody that got a better shot than you can create. 1 turnover, 2 steals, 1 personal foul, and a -4 and plus minus. Bona, 22 minutes. He had 10 points. He finished real well around the rim, and he actually made his free throws. He went 3 of 5 from the field, 4 of 6 from the free throw line. He did have 5 rebounds, 3 turnovers, 1 steal, 3 blocks, and had a really, really good block in this one as well. And it's because he wanted to, but he was playing so hard that he had 6 personal fouls because he wanted to go out there and try to get whatever he could, still in block wise. But like I said, sometimes you can be so aggressive as a defender, it gets you into foul trouble. He's a veteran, he should know that. But he had 2 offensive boards and was a +9 and plus minus. Kelly Oubre Jr., 40 minutes. He had 17 points. He went 6 of 12 from the field, 1 of 4 from 3, 4 of 4 from the free throw line. He didn't make his threes as well as you would like, but he also didn't shoot the ball that bad. He didn't shoot too many of them. And you know Kelly Oubre is good at getting into that in-between and finishing around the rim game because he's a solid athlete. He did have 6 boards, 1 assist, no turnovers. He had 1 steal and a block, 2 offensive rebounds, 2 personal fouls, and a -8 and plus minus. Tyrese Maxey, 42 minutes, 31 points. He ended up scoring a whole lot in this one, and some tough ones is what he had to take as well. Comes with the territory of being a star. You got to be able to make the good, the bad, and the ugly. And he went 12 of 31 from the field, and he was a reason why they couldn't keep it going. He was a reason why they came up a little short. But he did go 5 of 13 from 3, and a lot of those was tough and hard to make, but he had to pull through and try to get it to fall as best as he could. He had shot 2 of 2 from the free throw line. He had 4 rebounds, 6 assists. He had 1 turnover, 1 steal, and 2 blocks. So he did a little bit of everything for the team, and they're going to need him to continue to do that. And he's going to have to shoot the ball better in the future if they want to make this an even more competitive series when it comes to winning more games. He had 1 offensive board, 1 personal foul, and was a -5 and plus minus. VJ Edgecombe, he didn't really dominate this one. He took a lot of looks that he wanted. He just wasn't knocking them down in this one. Just that simple to break down for y'all. He went 0 of 7 from 3, 5 of 17 from the field. He did have 10 boards, and that's a double-double for him. 5 assists, 2 turnovers, 1 steal, 1 block. 4 offensive rebounds, 3 personal fouls, and was a 0 in plus minus. I don't really have a problem with what he was doing. It wasn't his night. He kept trying to find a way to take those same shots, and it just didn't get the result that he needed. But he did do some other things that he needed to help the team with, and he challenged himself to accomplishing them, and he was able to get it done in other areas besides scoring, though. And then Justin Edwards, he had it going a little bit in the other game, but he missed his only shot in this one, which was a three. He did have 2 rebounds and also coughed it up and had 2 turnovers. He had 1 offensive board, 3 personal fouls, and was a -7 in plus minus. Andre Drummond, 26 minutes. He had 12 points. That was the most off the bench. He went 5 of 6 from the field. He even made a couple threes and went 2 of 2 from the 3-point line and 0 of 2 from the free throw line. But, Drummond can make the easy shots and the open ones, and he has to put the effort to be able to get open enough to do it. And, he was a good addition to what the bench was trying to do, and he was the best one when it came to quality and production. He did have 6 boards. That was the most off the bench. He had 2 turnovers, 3 offensive rebounds, 3 personal fouls, and was a -17 in plus minus. Quentin Grimes, 15 minutes. He ended up going 2 of 2 from the free throw line. He missed his only 3. And since he missed it, he only finished with 2 points. He had 4 rebounds, 1 assist, no turnovers. He also had a block, 1 personal foul, and was a -8 in plus minus. And then 87 field goals taken by the Sixers. They shot 44%. The Celtics took 6 less shots, and they also shot 44%. The Sixers shot 34% from 3. They made 35. They took 35 of them. The Celtics took more as usual, 47 of them. 43% was better, like I said before. And then 16 free throws taken by the Sixers, 75% for them. 17 taken by the Celtics. They only missed 1. They shot 94%. You just look at it and say, the Sixers, if this is the type of game they're going to have, which a lot of guys did step up and play decent to well, you're just going to have to say, what are we going to do with Maxey? And he has a lot on his plate. I know he's a competitor. He's going to try to go out there and make whatever he can happen. But, did they lose because him and VJ just didn't play well? Can you just keep it that way? And I'm looking at it like that's why they're going to draw more attention, and they're going to have to take the tough ones as much as they can, because you have to slow them down the most. And if you can slow them down and make a more perimeter player, you did your job. And I feel like the Celtics, that's why they hung their hat on that, because that's the nucleus for them. They dribble, create shots, create plays, and create shots for themselves. And since they're able to do that, you just got to make it as tough as you can on them. And they did a good job of that. But 37 rebounds for the Sixers, 45 for the Celtics. 21 assists for the Celtics, 18 for the Sixers. 11 turnovers for the Sixers, 17 for the Celtics. Both teams had 6 steals, 8 blocks for the Sixers, 11 for the Celtics. 13 offensive rebounds for the Sixers, 15 for the Celtics. 24 defensive rebounds for the Sixers, 30 for the Celtics. 20 personal fouls for the Sixers, 19 for the Celtics. And the Celtics had a tough game, a rough game, but they figured out before the game was over how to get it done. And they also let their stars shine and step up when they needed to make plays for themselves and others. They was able to do it. And, of course, they had a good supporting guys that knocked down some threes, got some rebounds, and was able to finish near the rim and get to the free throw line. So they did everything well in this one. And the only thing that's, like I said, that's bad is it took a lot of things to go right for the Celtics to be able to win this one. The Philly is giving them a lot of problems, making it real challenging for them to win. But you still got to be happy that you got it done. You up 2-1. You went to Philly and you won a game. Now you got home court advantage back. Now you got to see if you can beat Philly again in Philly and not get it tied up. And now you just got to focus on closing out this series as fast and as well as you can. But Philly are showing you that they have a lot of things that they can do better, and they have a lot of things that they can control to continue to make this series hard and tough for the Celtics to be able to win. But the Celtics are champions. They have a lot of those same pieces. They have a lot of things that they can do well and better at too. And they're just going to have to focus on moving the ball, shooting well, and stepping up in crunch time to make sure they can close out this tough Philly team that's going to be fighting as much as they can to be able to try to get another win in this series, to extend it as long as they can to have a chance to win it. So we'll see what happens, but this was a good game. This was a fun game. But Philly giving us more of a challenge than as a Celtics fans that I would like to see us end up having, especially without no Embiid. So that's something that I'm not happy about, but we got it done anyway. So I guess we got to take it. Comment, like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell to get that analysis when it first come out. Y'all stay blessed up. Y'all stay good. Peace. And I'll see y'all later today, hopefully with more analysis.